I gotta say, I'm very proud of my home state of Minnesota. They have been a bastion of liberalism the last few years. Under the tutelage of Governor Walz, they have passed innumerable amounts of liberal policy and bills that benefit the people of the state of Minnesota. Can't say so much about the U.S. government, but Minnesota, it's working pretty well. Now, we understand now that there is a big lawsuit coming out of Minnesota to take Donald Trump off the ballot in 2024. I know other places are trying to do this too, but Minnesota has a record of coming through with even the smallest of margins in the legislature. Now, when they file this lawsuit, naturally it'll go into a court and then it'll go to appeals and it may ultimately go to the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, what will the Supreme Court do? Will they side with Donald Trump? Well, the Supreme Court has a lot of troubles right now, and this would be legally reasonable for them to find in favor of Minnesota. Secondly, Donald Trump is a sinking ship. What's the point of trying to save this fuck if he's going to jail anyway? So I think the Supreme Court might side with Minnesota on this. And if that happens, guess what? We get kind of a domino effect. If it works for Minnesota, then it'll work for other states, and they'll feel less self-conscious about jumping on board and doing something like this. It should be interesting. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm not as worried about the 14th Amendment and what they're trying to do. It'd be nice if they could pull it off, but it's going to take quite an effort, and it's going to take a little bit of time. But it's nice to have that going on in the background while we've got criminal trials coming up and Donnie Trump may be headed off to jail. It's all kind of closing in on Donald Trump. No matter where he looks, there's no way out. And we've got him right where the fuck we want him.